Hello again. As I was driving in my car here this morning, I was literally just complaining how I haven't had any exciting or funny or anything stories to share. And I was like, well, bummer, I'll have to start paying closer attention if there's anything funny that I can share, stories I can compile into a longer set of stories. Don't worry, one just came up. Okay, so you know I have a wonder board in my classroom. We fill out the wonder board with questions that we wonder about, and then kids find the answers at home. I tell them to ask Alexa or Google or their parents or books or anything like that, and then we talk about them on Wednesdays. So we finished the wonder board and I glanced back and I was like, wow, there's a lot of questions on there, and I was super impressed because kids filled it out without my telling them to, so that's awesome. We're finally starting to get the wonder board a little bit. However, we've been on this kick of how are things made. Last week it was markers. This week there's pencils, and let me show you what else we're asking about now. Oh, I did forget, we also wondered how the earth and the ocean were made. And now we have, how are we made? Would I be a bad teacher if I totally just erased that question because I don't think I need to have that conversation with 7 and 8-year-olds? Sorry, whoever's curious, but that's something you'll have to be curious about to your parents because I don't want to talk about how you were made. I guess I could have resorted to the sugar and spice and everything nice and lizards and snails and puppy dog tails, but better just leave it be. You don't know what kids have learned at home, and I don't want them bringing it to school, so we will not be having our birds and bees discussion in 2nd grade. But thanks for being curious. I locked myself out of my apartment. Oh well. The upside for you is that you now get to hear 2 awesome stories. The first one is, you know what, you're not even going to be surprised that this happened in my class, honestly. On Friday, I had a student who was limping around the playground, and I was kind of like, what is she doing? But she never said anything to me, so I thought she was just kind of playing up some sort of injury that she had gotten or something. Well, today she comes up to me and was like, remember how on Friday this other girl stepped on my foot? And I was like, oh, I'm sure you're fine. Don't bring up past drama. Let it go. And she goes, no, we went to the doctor and my toe is broken. What? Yeah, that happened. One of the little girls in my class stepped on this other little girl's foot and now her toe is broken. What? Only in my class will this happen. The other story I need to tell you is one that I've told multiple times to other people, and I realized it's a better caliber story than I originally thought it was, and it needs to be told. So last week was safety week, right? So we had an assembly, I forget which day it was on, we had an assembly, okay? And the mascot from the college nearby came, Willie the Wolverine, okay? So he's coming, it's gonna be great. And we are going to talk about safety and how to cross the street safely. So we get into the assembly, we're so nice and quiet and calm, we've been practicing our assembly procedures, and then the mascot shows up and his job is to pump up the crowd. And let me tell you, he did his job well. 600 students screaming at the top of their lungs, freaking out, not paying attention to anybody else because they were so excited that this mascot was here. They're high-fiving him, he's running through the crowd, it's great, everybody's having a party. It was awesome, okay? It was great. So then we get everybody calmed down a little bit. No thanks to this mascot who is not paying any attention to the lady that's trying to run this whole thing, who's like, hey, can you help him quiet down? No, he can't. He can't do that. So this really tall, bear-like figure is just running between children. They're screaming. Not in fear though. That was good at least. So they then put on a music video that is a parody of Eye of the Tiger, all about catching the eye of the driver when you cross the street, so you'll be safe. So we listened to the song once and it's super fun, and then she puts it on again and is like, this time I want you to sing along and we're gonna have Willie see which side is louder. This was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. So 600 students are screaming, literally screaming, the eye of the driver, while a large bear runs around telling them to be louder. I just didn't even feel like it was real. Other teachers are like, oh my gosh, and I was just laughing. When else are you going to be in a situation where 600 children are sitting in the gym screaming about catching the eye of the driver and how to safely cross the street while a large bear runs around high-fiving them? Oh man. Guys, school is fun. Anyway, I'm hoping that there will be no more breaking of bones, broken bones, fewer wild animals, real or mascot, and many more happy adventures to come. And I will keep you updated on all of them. Don't you worry. See ya.